Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome, everybody, to something a little new, something a little fresh. For starters, I have a special guest, Mr. Josh Kramer. How are you doing?
What is up, JPOTT listeners?
Are you excited?
I'm stoked.
I mean, I would have to say, before we get into the ramble, we are playing a little Fortnite today. We're going to go ahead and boot this up on a little team of 20. Josh, this is a new game mode here on Fortnite. It's 5 teams of 20. It is absolutely chaotic. It is just full pandemonium. But yes, we're going to try something different. This is a podcast. And I know when you say podcast, you don't think of gaming podcast. But that's what we're going for. With each episode, we're going to play it. We're going to have a different game featured. You know, next week could be Battlefield 1. Next week could be Rocket League. Next week could be Call of Duty World War II. I don't know. You know, you just don't know. Here in a couple of weeks, I know God of War 4 is coming out. But we'll save that for another day. But today, we're going to talk about anything and everything as far as gaming related. Okay?
But yeah, sounds great, dude. I am so stoked to be on the podcast. So I've been listening, following your stuff on YouTube, on Facebook for probably like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years now.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm finally glad. Okay, we're just going to let everybody know now. Josh and I, we went to college together.
Yep, we go back a little bit, 10 years now.
Yes.
2008 is when I started over at Vincennes University Broadcasting.
Alma mater, yes, very nice, very nice. We had a lot of fun. Broadcasting school, film school, whatever you want to call it. You know, anything from radio, television, you know, Steven Spielberg stuff. But yes, right now we're trying something new, and we're going to do this podcast. I'm excited.
Dude, I'm stoked to be on the channel, man. I mean, I've been a faithful follower of your content for a while now. YouTube, man, I've probably watched every video over the last 3 years, at least. So, stoked to finally be on it.
Well, I mean, today we're gonna have a good time. I'm very confident. We got a few things we want to talk about, but ultimately, Fortnite. Let's go ahead and
tell me about this, man.
Dude, this game is taking over. This game is absolutely taking over.
I'm loving it. Admittedly, okay, so I'm a casual gamer, so I hope your channel followers
We're
aren't
all casual.
Casual. I'm a big Call of Duty fan. You know, I've got an Xbox 360. I'm not a next gen guy, but I follow your gameplay, and I've been watching all this Fortnite stuff. Now, I haven't played.
Dude, it's taken over. What it is, it's Battle Royale. Now, there's a lot of Battle Royale games out there. You got the PUBG. It's an acronym for Player Unknown Battlegrounds. PUBG. That is a Battle Royale, and Battle Royale ultimately is where there's an island, there's 100 people, nobody has anything, everybody drops at the same time, pillage and survive as long as you can. That's what Battle Royale is. So you had H1Z1, they pioneered it. You had PUBG, who took it to a whole new level, and now you got a console Battle Royale called Fortnite. And these guys have taken it to another level because you can construct. And what I call this is tower defense. This game implements tower defense and Battle Royale features. So you get the best of both worlds. And obviously here I'm just trying to make it to my team here. I mean, we're in 20v20, and I don't know where the rest of my team is. I don't know where everybody went. Looks like they went up north. And here, see, and Josh, this is going to happen.
Better own this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't have any weapons, man.
Yeah.
So this is Battle Royale. Look at this guy. See, and we call him a potato. See, he doesn't have any outfits on. So that tells me he's completely green. He's completely noob. So he just got a free kill. That's fine. We'll get out of here. We'll boot it up. Let's move on about Fortnite. How many concurrent players did I hear the other day?
Oh, my goodness. What is it, like 60 million?
60 million.
That is unbelievable.
Registered concurrent players. That means on a daily basis, 60 million people across Xbox, across PlayStation, across PC, they come to this game. And That's the thing is there's so many things to do in this game. You know, like even my wife, she was asking me, why do you keep playing Fortnite? Why do you keep playing Fortnite? Well, you know, there's daily challenges. There's, you know, like as you can see here, we can go to the item shop. There's cool stuff to buy, you know, and you unlock this stuff progressively. The more you play, the more you unlock. So that's what that is about. But this game is taking over. I'm seeing a lot of stuff of parents complaining. Have you heard?
Really? Parents are complaining about this game?
Well, I'm talking about the duration of time these kids are playing.
Oh, okay. So this is sucking people in pretty hard?
Yes. Like an addiction.
Well, okay.
This is taking over. It is absolutely taking over. It's an addiction.
My brothers play, so I've got brothers quite a bit younger than me, and they're 18 and 20, and they have been playing the heck out of Fortnite. But that's not their total jam. Like they log in, they log some hours, but they're not getting sucked into this game.
Yeah.
I mean, they like it.
I like to split up my time between games, but I will say Fortnite is drawing me in. It's drawing me in, actually pretty bad, because right now we're on our 3rd season pass, and with these season passes you get a lot of incentives and whatnot, and with every season pass so far has been absolutely makes you look forward to the next one.
Gotcha. Now, so what's the difference? Okay, so you have great Division gameplay on your channel. I love following, watching the game. I have never logged one single minute of Division, but I love watching the gameplay on YouTube because it's such a content-rich game. I mean, there's like so much action going on in it.
It's almost too much. Yeah.
You think so? Yeah. Well, what separates this game from Division?
Well, Division is kind of set up in an open world-esque, but it's more linear. It's more story-driven. It's more narrative-based. Here, it's strictly online. It's strictly online from the beginning to the end. Battle Royale is the big selling point.
But, I mean, it's a similar gameplay.
It is because you have to loot and pillage. You have to put these builds together. You have to put these loadouts together to ultimately get you to the reward, to the end game, to the prize. Speaking of Division, guess what they just announced? Division 2.
Oh.
Yeah, Division 2 will be released at the upcoming E3 here this June. So I'm pretty excited to see that.
What kind of stuff do you think is going to be on the new game? What do you anticipate?
Well, I mean, hopefully they're going to do a better job with content deliverance. I mean, I don't know if I use that in the correct term, but delivering content more frequently and at the disposable rate, because people go through content too fast. And that's what ultimately killed Division, almost killed. They came out with a lot of great content. People, and this happens with a lot of games. Destiny, same thing happened with Destiny. All right, Destiny 1, everybody loved it. Nothing else to do. You know, now we're gonna gripe and moan. And same thing would happen with Division. Great delivery. Now there's nothing to do. And with every piece of DLC that comes out, I mean, these kids are grinding out 15 hours straight. And they're just chomping at the bits of some of this content, and then they want to be mad because they finished it too fast. You know, and now there's nothing left.
See, I didn't know that was the dynamic of these games.
Absolutely.
Admittedly, I'm like kind of a retro gamer, and I'm a very casual gamer. So, you know, I'm not logging in, but for like, you know, maybe 30-minute, 45-minute play
And that's
sessions.
how I am as well. You know, an hour here, an hour there.
Yeah. I mean, I've got 3 kids. I don't have time to
go
log
on a marathon.
15 hours. You know, my wife would divorce me.
An 8-hour Destiny raid. You know, I mean, have you heard some of these Destiny raids that some of these guys have been doing? They go on like 6-8 hours straight.
Jeez.
Straight. And it's like, you know, hey, the kids need a new diaper.
I mean,
you know,
whatever your jam is, but, you know, you got to take care of those parental responsibilities.
Absolutely.
There's always that.
Look at this. This is 20v20. This is what it is. Absolute pandemonium.
What brings me to this game in terms of why I enjoy watching the gameplay, it's so rich. The colors are awesome on this game. And I don't mean to, you know, probably, you know, hardcore gamers not paying any attention to the colors or whatever, but I love the world that they put together with this game.
Absolutely. This map is huge. Again, it accompanies 100 players. Okay, so you have free for all, where you have 100 individual solo players.
Oh my gosh!
Oh god,
That's
it's
madness.
absolutely madness. Well, sometimes it's really quiet too. You might not see one person until the final circle. And but yeah, these battle royale type games are really taking over. Going back to content-driven games like Division and Destiny, the downfall of those games is because they remove a lot of the content from the core game itself to give the game life, to give it a time frame, because they know if they put out all this content, oh god, here we go, we're gonna have to do something here, Jay. Yep, here he is. Oh, I missed him. Got him, Jake. Yep, let's get the revive. Yep. Is he friendly? See, this is 20v20. It's hard to see if they're friends because you see that little green arrow?
Mm-hmm. That's all you got.
Oh, God. See, here I am farting around and...
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's what's great about Battle Royale. Okay, that's what's great about this game is because anything happens. It's not linear. You're not on some rail car. You're not on some rail car that you can expect what's going to happen. This is on the
where
fly.
It's like about timing, you know, as mentioning, you know, being a retro gamer, it's like once you learned the timing, the rhythm of a level, you could pretty much beat it, and that was the challenge.
Muscle memory, yeah, that's out of the window. You're not going up against AI. You're going up against 100 other people that are just as smart, if not smarter, than you. They have way more time than you in this game. And they're way faster on their reflexes and their button controls. So that's what makes Battle Royale so driven for these people to want to keep playing. Because you got to mind, the only end game in a Battle Royale game such as Fortnite or PUBG or H1Z1 Battle Royale, the only end game is to be the last one standing.
Gotcha.
You don't get some reward chest. You don't get some novelty item. You don't get any money. You get bragging rights. That's it. And you'd be surprised how crazy some people go over for bragging rights. I'm serious. It is insane.
The internets.
Yes. I mean, and there's that feeling, because I've played a lot of PUBG. There's that feeling of where, oh my god, I made it to the top 6. Gotta play it again. Oh man, I made it to the top 5. Oh man, I'm gonna do this, that, and this. And then that's that one day where you finally win. I have 10 victories, or 9 victories here on Solo Battle Royale. And it's a rush. It is a rush to get the last guy and for you to be standing all by yourself.
Well, it's cool that this game is bringing in more console players, or at least consolidating. You know, well, console gaming is in some real trouble. I mean, you know, mobile gaming.
Absolutely.
Well,
that's taking over big time. Mobile gaming.
It's the user base for mobile gaming is just this huge number. I wish I had the number in front of me, but I mean, it is gigantic. I mean, it's global. We're talking like billions of people.
Oh, the mobile gaming market is starting to surpass the entertainment industry, such as cinema and movie.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about cell phone games here, folks. We're talking about Candy Crush. I'm serious. We're talking about Clash of Clans. Okay, we're talking about that Dragon War stuff with all the. This stuff is more valuable than cinema.
Oh yeah, which is billions of dollars industry. Yeah, and it's crazy the numbers. People logging on playing games. I mean, this game will be released mobily, and I think you're going to see that. Now, have they yet released the Call of Duty mobile?
No.
It's coming.
Yes, it is coming. Supposedly, they're going to unveil it this June at E3.
Okay, that sounded about
June
right.
At E3.
I thought it was 2018.
Speaking of mobile, though, I mean, this Fortnite's coming to mobile.
Right.
I am officially signed up for it. We do have my copy of mobile coming soon. As soon as I get that confirmation, I'll get it downloaded and everything. But unfortunately, they're dispersing it privately. They're dispersing it exclusively because they don't want to invite a million people, and then ultimately a million people crash the mobile server for this new Battle Royale game. So they're going to let in a very specific amount of people. They're going to stress test it. I think that's a term in game development. Stress test it, and just kind of go from there.
Well, yeah, games, you were alluding to it with Division. Games are fluid now. You don't just pack it into a disc or pack it into a an old cartridge and then release it anymore. You now have to be fluid. It goes through phases of release. Games. I mean, that's just the nature of it, right?
Absolutely.
People can be kind of cranky that they don't get to
play
get the first access or whatever, but ultimately when that game comes out, it's going to be a better game.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can expect that game to react to the fan base, the user base.
One big example I can give to Jesus, Lord have Christ. This Battle Royale, guys. But one big thing I can give to note too is Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog are notoriously known for delaying games such as Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us. And look what it created. Two of the greatest masterpieces ever in gaming,
right.
in gaming multimedia. And with that said, these guys are now working on The Last of Us 2. And
that game is so dynamic. A game that I've never even played, but I don't know how many countless hours of gameplay I've watched of that. And it's interesting because that's an interesting conversation on how people consume gaming now.
Yeah.
I mean, your YouTube channel, other YouTube channels out there that just get millions upon millions of views daily, and it's people watching gameplay. And just another avenue of gaming consumption.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of these people, they don't have the PlayStation 4s, and they don't have the Xbox One X's or the 4K. They don't have all these consoles, so their only outlet is to watch it on YouTube. Watch somebody who does have it. And what's nice about these YouTube videos is it saves a lot of people, consumers anyways, a lot of money. Because back then, you didn't have people reviewing this stuff you didn't have YouTube. You didn't even have internet. You didn't have any of that. You went to the local Walmart and you bought a brand new game with pretty colors and it looked cool.
Yeah.
And then you bought it, and then you were either happy with it and you got your money's worth, or you played 5 minutes and made it a coaster for your soft drink.
Exactly. I hated that.
But now that's not the case.
Right.
You have people who do walkthroughs and playthroughs and give you extensive reviews of graphics and lighting and fidelity, and I just think we've become desensitized.
Do you think that ruins the gamer experience? Now, let the gaming nerd come out of you.
On a consumer basis, if I'm paying $60 for a game, I'm definitely going to want to know what a few people think of it. Okay? Because, and this is kind of I don't want to say scandalous, but their opinions ultimately could shape mine. Okay? So that derivative sale for that game could effectively be penalized because of one person didn't like it. That could affect my sale. So ultimately, these YouTube reviews, these website reviews, the power of the internet, it's really hurt the market. But then again, it's helped the market to make better games.
And we know historically that's super important because, well, look at the gaming crash of the 80s. It happened because gaming developers just made tons and tons of really crappy games.
Oh, and that's what it was. Well, when you were on 8-bit and 16-bit, you didn't know what you had. You played it, and you had fun with it, and you pushed it on to the next person, and hopefully he thought it was a good game, and then, it spread like wildfire after that. God, I cannot. It's not a good night for Battle Royale for me. But nonetheless, this Fortnite is taking over. Absolutely taking over.
You better step up your game here.
Yeah. We're going to play one more here, and I'm thinking about going solo. These new teams of 20, I don't know. You're dropping down on cities, and you got 40 people, everybody and their mothers rushing around for a gun. Okay, and that's what makes this game so addictive, is because even though I keep losing immediately, I keep wanting to play. I don't know what it is, but there's this infatuation of wanting to get better. Yes, I stink at the game, but then there are some nights where I absolutely tear it up, and that feeling alone is what makes you want to turn it back on the next day.
Now, how important is this game to team play, getting buddies to log on at the same time as you and doing?
Well, let's break it down in two things. Okay, let's use Destiny's raid mechanics. With Destiny's raid, you had to coordinate with people's time zones. You had to coordinate with people's lives, people's time. You know, say they got dinner, they got kids, they got basketball practice. You know, these raids take 8 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. However, well, when they first come out, and then after you run it about 10 times, you can obviously shave it down to, muscle memory, repetition. The more you do it, the easier it is. But here with these types of games here, but Battle Royale, it's personal preference. See, like here, we're going to go solo, and we're going to try and finally do something. We're going to wrap up this first podcast. I know this gameplay hasn't been great, but the conversation is what we're after. And speaking of conversation, these games, going from 8-bit, 16-bit, regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, jumping to compact disc with the PlayStation era and the Xbox era. What do you think, man? Do you think we got a PlayStation 5 upon the horizon?
Oh boy, alluding to the trouble that gaming manufacturers are having, console manufacturers
especially,
it just doesn't have the user base. Now this game's popping. This is interesting. How
it's free to play. It's free to play.
Okay.
It doesn't cost you anything to download it and play it. It doesn't cost you anything. Now, if you want some sweet cosmetic items, like a cool outfit, or a cool hat, you might dump $1.
Well, see, let's be honest. That's where the money is made in console games.
And that's the thing is with these free to play games, they implement the platform, and then if you want to go the extra mile, then you dump a little money in it. But however, with these developers, these AAA titles, they make you pay that upfront $60 charge.
And then they don't give you the whole game.
No, they don't. They pull all the content out and they make you pay extra for it.
I'll tell you the truth, dude. I actually...
For longevity. They do that for longevity. Is that scandalous?
It is.
Fair.
It is.
I'd have to agree with you.
Because here's what... I did not know that this was a free game. Because they're emulating the mobile market.
Yes.
You get a free-to-play game... And
that's exactly what
they make just cajillions of dollars off of those games. Because
can you imagine 60 million people dropping 99 cents a day?
Exactly. A day.
A day?
Yeah.
A day.
And people put more than 99 cents.
Way more than 99 cents.
Yeah, and so this is a smart move. This is interesting. And that it's popping, and it's like I heard on a radio station today they were talking about this game and how many people are on it, and they mentioned the figure of 60 million,
concurrent,
users.
registered players.
And it's like, wow, this is kind of a pop culture thing happening right now, and that's good because mobile gaming is making consoles just irrelevant.
They're making the console platform better. Because these guys like Sony and Microsoft, they have to step up their game.
They have to.
And these guys are dumping $600 million into AAA titles like The Last of Us 2 or God of War 4. I'm talking $600 million. Okay, that return on the investment could double that. But if your delivery isn't just right, could put you in the hole.
What was it? What I was alluding to was I wanted to get maybe a next gen system, and I'm an Xbox guy. Whatever, I like the 360. That's what I have.
There's no whatever. They got great
Xbox
games.
One. Well, I'm a little cranky on their platform. I don't like their user platform. Like they're just their user interface. It's not very. I think they could do a lot to improve it.
Absolutely.
And make it more of a system that's like you're kind of do all, log into your social media. Why not be able to do everything media related that I want to do on that console? I want Netflix. I want YouTube. I know you can do that. I just don't think the Xbox One's very platform friendly for that.
I'd have to agree with you on that.
And so there was a game that I was really interested in, and I'm a Star Wars fan, have been for since I was a little kid. I'm a child of the 80s. And Battlefront, I really thought Battlefront 2 was going to deliver and be one of the best games of the next gen consoles. They flatlined.
Yeah,
and it's because they did what you just alluded to.
Well, what Battlefront did is they introduced a free to play game, but made you pay $60 for the game, and then expected you to spend the extra money to buy the good stuff. See, that's where that business model
for EA
backfired big time.
That like actually as a consumer, really makes me now not want to buy an EA game because of that move. That
EA
angered me.
has been voted worst company of America like 3 years. 2 years were in a row. Yeah, they haven't.
You know what's funny is I know some guys from EA too, actually, and it's like good culture within the company itself, or at least what I've experienced of it. And I don't know why they're not figuring it out. They really aren't.
I don't know.
That's a flat line. That not only did that make me angry as a consumer to not want to buy that game, now I don't have any interest in even considering future EA games.
Oh, well, EA's been really bad with microtransactions. Absolutely,
Yes.
really bad.
That's a money grab. And I think, let's put it in contrast to this Fortnite game. You offer a free-to-play game. It's a good game. You can tolerate maybe, because you didn't spend $60 on it.
Well, yeah, like when the servers go down or they're doing maintenance or downtime, you can't say anything.
It's a free game.
It's a free game.
Right.
Yeah.
And yet, if you want to, you can still spend money on the game. And heck, dude, you could even justify spending up to $60 on it.
If you want to increase your experience, the game provides that option for you. But it's not going to force you to buy the game to get into the core experience.
So you're good with that as a hardcore gamer?
Absolutely.
That's fascinating.
There's a lot of games out there. Warframe has done the same thing. A lot of these games have implemented themselves into, okay, let's put out a platform. Let's get the I want to say the community developed. Okay, let's get a community developed and then see what the community thinks and kind of tailor our game to that. And that's kind of how Battle Royale started with Fortnite. But yes,
well, you asked my opinion on the future of gaming, right? That's kind of how you framed it.
Yeah.
And I think this game may have like an indicator of it. You know what I mean? Because console gaming is going to have to change.
Absolutely.
And there may be some elements of this game that people are just going to have to realize, like, free to play. I don't know what the answer is in that respect. But.
Exactly. When you're 15 years old and you're thinking what games are out on the market, but then, you got free to play games, what's he going to do? He's going to download every single free to play game. Every single one.
The other trouble is that, okay, consoles, and it's like I was saying a minute ago, my console, if I'm spending freaking, $500 on that sucker, it better like cook dinner for me.
Yeah, yeah.
So they have to be a multi-platform device. So for consoles to survive, that's what they're going to have to do, is integrate more things.
Yeah. And
it would make sense that, look, what better incentive would there be if Xbox or PlayStation, whoever figures it out first, right, to grab that user base and just get like into people's households. If you offer free games, like, okay, here's a $400 system, and look, we got the best free games on the market.
And you know what? PlayStation does that. Okay, with PlayStation Plus, every month they give away a couple of free games. Most of the time they're indie developer games. Okay. But sometimes you'll get like an older AAA game. Like this last month for March, they released Bloodborne, which was a $60 AAA title. It came out about 2-3 years ago.
Still a relevant game?
Yes, very much.
Okay.
Especially if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro. Ooh. This game is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous on the Pro. Bloodborne, if you've never played it, it is hard, tough as nails, but nonetheless, it's a free game now. And mind you, there's a premium service. What we call this is a premium service. So Xbox Live has what they call it, Xbox Gold, something like that.
Yeah, Gold membership, which I actually just canceled mine.
Yeah,
because it's lame.
Not really.
They give you a couple games a month. They give you an Xbox One game, and they give you a 360 game. Every once in a while, you get something worth playing, but they're mostly old games. Or on the Xbox One, I think they're giving you some newer stuff. But I don't have one, so it's not really relevant.
Completely irrelevant.
Yeah, but they're lame games. There's stuff that were not even good 6 years ago.
Well, Josh, I'm gonna have to tell you right now. We're gonna wrap up this podcast in just a minute here. And but yes, everybody at home, this is just kind of an experimental thing. We were just kind of going through the motions here. You know, we've got lots and lots of topics to discuss. I mean, we could talk for hours,
dude.
man.
I can't believe we burned through 30 minutes.
I know. I'm ready to move on to the next podcast. To be honest with you. I mean, the next topic of choice.
Well, the gameplay hasn't been great. We started off a little slow, though, and all of a sudden, like, the last 20, well, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe, I just feel like, boom, we were rolling. That went by fast.
Well, it did go by fast, but it would have been a lot better if I would have, you know, pulled my weight in this Battle Royale-esque type game.
Maybe the next episode.
I mean, look at this Battle Royale. Look, see where it says your team 4? Look at the rest of the teams. I don't think I'm the only one doing anything wrong here. I just, like I said, this whole gameplay was just to kind of give us a little B-roll and show you and talk about Fortnite and how addictive it has become. Yes, it is free to play. Go out onto PC, go out onto PlayStation, go on Xbox. It's free to play. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it, and I think a lot of games should practice this business model, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad we went that direction, man. I love talking about gaming history, and I'm not an aficionado of it. I'm, you know, like I said earlier, I'm a casual gamer. You know, I love to play the old school games. I love, you know, staying on top of seeing what the industry's doing. Mm-hmm. But hey,
I mean, speaking of old time games, I think this next podcast, I think we really want to dive into. I've got a few theories about what this next mini console is going to be coming out. You know how it's the SNES Mini?
Yeah.
You know what came after SNES? It's Nintendo 64, man.
64.
Of course. You know that's going to be the next mini. And just a quick teaser for the next one. Let's just talk about a few games with the Nintendo 64. I'm going to say 007
GoldenEye.
Oh, GoldenEye. Super Smash Brothers.
That's always
Smash
a great
Brothers.
game.
You know, I mean,
Zelda.
So we have this little bitty Super NES console to play while you're here. We're gonna play some Mario Kart and a few other things once we get off the mic here. But I'm really excited to see this nostalgic era type gaming making a comeback.
Well, dude, thanks for having me on the podcast, on the gaming channel.
Absolutely.
I hope anybody stuck around with us for this long, because I had a great time.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Can I shamelessly plug my YouTube channel?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you got there, buddy?
Okay, so I've got a couple of YouTube channels. CoolBlue Recharge is kind of the channel that pretty much focused on right now. My older channel is CoolBlue Broadcasting. Mm-hmm. I've got a ton of interesting stuff on there. So I've been doing video production for about 10 years. I've got some of our old Vincent's University stuff on that CoolBlue Broadcasting. But, you know, I was in the U.S. Army, military, public affairs.
Yes, sir.
So I've got some of my videos uploaded on that channel. CoolBlue Recharge, I don't have a ton of content, but that's pretty much what my focus is going to be from here on out. So I'm going to be building the channel and excited about helping you do some stuff. And
well, I'm just glad we're finally working together.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, this is something that we've been talking about for many years.
Yeah,
I mean, I really want to end this. Let's end this podcast here. We're in the final circle. We're about to get real. I don't think I've been real in this gameplay the entire time. Yes, folks, this is a live podcast over gameplay, so it is rather difficult to talk and conversate with somebody sitting right next to you and play a battle royale game. So no wonder I suck, right?
Well,
okay, let's
leave a comment in the leave a comment, please, if you have listened all the way through. You don't have any giveaway items or anything.
No. Well, I could. No.
How about that empty beer can?
It's not. Not empty yet. It's not empty yet.
So you're even slacking on throwing the beers back.
Yeah, it's well. That's the thing, is I'm not even drinking. Come on, man. Of course. Look, it's a 4. Look, this team 1 has 17 people left. I don't stand a chance in this. Here, we're gonna do something. Watch this. We're going right to the center of the circle. Surely you think I'd have somebody shooting at me by now. I think I've ran the same distance that Forrest Gump ran. Jesus Christ.
Beautiful sunset.
Yeah, it is.
I can't believe the graphics of this game. It's just such rich. I mean, the flowing grass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dynamic grass. Yep. You can see the dynamic.
Beautiful waterfall in the distance.
Mm-hmm. And what I love about this game, again, free to play, is the cartoon-esque feel to it.
It's kind of cool.
I love the cartoony type feel to it.
What was that other game? Your hardcore gamers are gonna probably crush me for this, but what was the other cartoony kind of game, similar to Call of Duty, but it just was it looked a lot like this. What was that game?
I was going to say Borderlands, but
yeah, no, is it?
No, well, Borderlands wasn't multiplayer, but I'm trying to think of. Hold on. I think we got company. Yep, we got company. I need to concentrate. I'm gonna try and get a quick kill here. Alright, everybody be quiet. We're gonna end this podcast with an epic. Oh, watch this, dude. I think I might actually have something here. Oh, look at that whole team. And I don't stand a chance. Alright, here we go. Watch this.
Oh, come on.
No.
Aw, darn.
Yeah, dude.
I wanted you to at least create some havoc.
Nah, maybe next time. Maybe next time. But yeah, man, this was fantastic. Josh, thank you so much for coming around. Hey, everybody out in the listening world, hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of many.
Yeah, we're going to do this again.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it, man. Until next time.
All right.
We'll see you guys in the next video.